or the other day, Cosmos versus Glutonny here on another one of the first matches of Winners Top 32. I can't believe this one's just in Winners Top 32.
I know, it's so insane, man. Cosmos, definitely an incredible player. Another one of the people who's really been pioneering this Mythra meta that's been coming out lately. Is a Mythra believer, honestly. Like, really only Pyra comes out if he cannot close out a stock.
Yeah, this
that's
is one
really
of the
only
that,
time.
Like, picked up the character because he's a fan of the characters.
Yes.
And they just so happen to be broken.
Yeah.
But, like, Gluto, one of the most avid character specialists we've seen for years. Been playing this character forever. Post-nerfs, pre-nerfs, bad versions in previous iterations, doesn't matter. But his usage of things like that, up beat off stage.
Let me carry you back to the stage, ma'am.
He gets a free tech chase out of it, too.
I know.
It's actually crazy. Like knocks him down, picks him back up. Knocks him down, picks him back up. And then at the end of it all, farts on you. Like, what kind of, is he a gentleman or is he a monster? Who knows?
I don't know, but I feel like he's my hero. But either way, yeah, no. Like, this is a character, too, that actually got some pretty noticeable nerfs in one of the later patches. And I remember looking at that, and I was like, damn, Wario kind of got a little bit gutted there. But then you watch how Gluto finally wins a major in America right over MK Leo, and you're like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't that bad. Yeah, maybe Wario's still really, really, really good.
Yeah, maybe the character still functions after all. And of course, what a great reaction on the roll there.
Yeah,
Cosmos.
seriously.
Cosmos is another one of those like frame shot machines and a ledge shot monster as he goes for the gentleman to get the third hit to take out Gluto for the first stock.
And there we go. I mean, 91% too. Gluto is another one of those players, I mean, especially in a best of 5 scenario. Game 1 isn't the most important thing to him. Like, he's going to get his 3-0s. It's just going to happen. But, like, in the best of 5, he knows he's got to have to pick up a lot of data from his opponent as the game goes on.
Yeah, and that's going to already catch him a back air right off the platform, not anticipating the fact he was going to be so aggressive right there. Because to be honest, most of the time when you're on that platform, especially against someone like Mythra, you want to hit the emergency escape button. You want to get out of there as quickly as possible. Speaking of wanting to get it out quickly, actually, that was one of those, like, I know you're a good player, so I don't think you're going to air dodge early things, and then he air dodged anyways.
Okay, see, that was actually one of those nerfs that came into effect from Wario there. He actually went for the up tilt and just was not able to connect. So, you know, maybe this character does suck. Maybe Gluto's really just that good.
You say that, and then we see this happen.
Okay. We were ready. We were on it.
Cue to happen. But, like, if he finds that, like, I'm falling there at any point, we just start the chance because we just assume that person's going to go down. But dash gets to up tilt, sending him back off. That's a perfect situation for him. You have to side B, and then you get punished by dash attack. Not dead yet, but at this point, you can just drop out there and get a soft hit. There's no world where he makes this back.
That was actually kind of close, though. And the thing is, like, Mythra's, like, up special after she starts going to the free fall. She has a lot more drift than you think. So, like, I was actually not going to be surprised if she did make that. But either way, yeah, you know what? It might be game time. And Cosmos having the awareness to say, I got to double jump out of here because if I fall down, I am not surviving here much longer. And as you can see, Gluto is a heat-seeking missile. And man, okay, finally getting that forward smash to close it out, though.
He hunted hard for a spot dodge right there. I'm kind of surprised that, but then again, Gluto just understands player habits so well. But you see how Cosmos, it's like, I got a platform camp. I have to double jump because I have to get away from that until that still connects into the upbeat, into the WAP, not the upbeat, and it takes him out.
It's funny because Cosmos has been playing around the platforms. He likes to play around the platforms in Mythra, right? And as soon as he was in the danger zone, he's like, I don't want to be in the platforms. He's like, what's the matter? You don't want to go up there? Throwing him up, farting on him, man, getting that sock out of the way. Beautiful stuff from Gluto, and that's what I'm talking about, man. I mean, I don't know how game 1 was going to go because both these players are definitely capable of taking game 1s off each other. But Gluto, you know, definitely started off a little bit rough, and then like about a minute or 2 in, he's like, all right, I think I got to read on what I need to do to Cosmos, and just started dismantling him in that final stock. That was actually super, super rough.
I mean, the entirety of the original stocks, or the first 2, Cosmos was platforming gaming a bit, especially when the WAF went online. He was double jumping often, but Gluto never really punished it. He kind of left it alone. And then as soon as stock 3 happened, he started double jumping after him, hitting him with up airs, and like Cosmos realized, oh, I'm taking a lot of damage for this. I can't afford to do that. And then he just dipped to the bottom of the platform. And that's exactly where Gluto wants you. That was very strong conditioning from Gluto in that first game.
But ooh. I don't know how I feel about the Final Destination pick.
I think I feel indifferent, but like I get it. So
I mean, you do get rid of the platforms that Gluto likes.
You get rid of platform resets from Gluto. Also, Gluto is forced to approach you in a linear way, which is what Mythra is usually going to be. Except for when you decide to go rush him down, because Gluto is perfectly content with going with time, because what happens when he gets the waste time? He gets his win condition. Yeah,
and that's the other side of that too, is just that, like, I mean, you do kind of give rid of some of his approaches, but his combo game is still, like, huge on Final Destination. We've seen clips before. He will carry you all the way across the stage and close games out. So you do have to be very careful. Cosmos has to be on top of his stuff. Like, yes, the offensive game plan right now is fantastic, but that does not mean you stop playing defense at any point in time.
Yeah, he's still doing a good job at it. He did finally lose out and getting thrown, but it was only up to about 50. And Gluto, however, the frame trap monster that he is, he threw the bike up to cover, roll in, and if he decided to spot dodge, he would have been caught by that. That aggressive option from up with the up B was really smart from Cosmos. And he's trying to make sure that Gluto basically can't get anything started. You have to respect that bike dropping down.
Yeah, he backed up a little bit, and he's all right. This is my bike. I'm going to toss this again. But we do see Pyra coming out, the character with a whole max semi attached to her blade, man. And why does that hit so hard, bro?
It is so ridiculously strong, and that is something that nobody likes to deal with, especially a part of that having to do with like this stage. Like when it comes to short hop game too, the air-to-air game is in favor of Pyra and Mythra, both of them. So Gluto can't short hop Nair as freely as he would like, or short hop Fair, because look at the speed from Cosmos, and then he just backs away in anti-airs.
Yep, there we go, tossing the bike out there. I thought he was going to go with it. He should have.
No, thank goodness he did it, because honestly, that doesn't really have that much of a spike.
I know,
like,
but I think it would have been enough to stop Gluto from coming back. That would have been so raw, dude. Oh, come on.
I would have cracked up, to be honest, if that worked out. But right now, fourth throw, like, you're now in fourth throw ranges, and at this point, pretty much in straight hit, but not going to fall for that jab stacker that happened earlier to get a free grab.
I'm so mad. Like, look, I know Pyra doesn't need a buff, but I would love if she had, like, the strongest spike in the game when she's coming down. It looks like she's dunking on someone. Yeah, it's a literal dunk
like
animation.
The move in the world, and then it just does absolutely nothing at all.
Right?
But now Gluto, he's glowing. He's glowing. Look, he's shining. He's glowing.
Hey, do you like even games? Because this is an even game, my good sir.
Shine, Queen, shine.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. All right, so the up smash is going to come through and take him out. But Gluto, again, you're talking about not that far off, because you can now afford to use that and get yourself back into the game.
You know, it's kind of funny. You just look at Wario, and he's like, you're glowing today. But either way, no, this is still relatively an even game, because Wario could very well get a waft off here, right? And then just kind of, go back to his slower neutral game plan, and then just be like, all right, listen, we are going to go to a half waft, and I'm going to close you out. But it looks like he's content with just getting this combo down, trying to bully Cosmos as much as he can, but Cosmos really not backing down from that at all.
Yeah, and now it feels, well, for one, Cosmos takes the game, but that felt so much more comfortable for Cosmos at that point, because he got about 80 on. That way, if he did end up losing that stock really early to Gluto, he already has him in like 1 to 2 interactions away from a kill. So Cosmos played that perfectly. That FD pick worked out well, because the biggest thing was short hops were gone. Nothing worked anymore for Gluto to find pressure, and now at this point, I think the only thing he's going to be able to kind of go to is maybe like a Kalos trick, but I think that it looks like they're hovering over small battlefield.
It looks like that might be it, and honestly, like, this is just where things get a little bit tough, right? Because there's obviously a lot of great stages for Wario, but like, no matter what stages you get rid of, Gluto's still going to perform heavily on whatever you leave for him. And he does have a little bit, when you are the loser of the last match, you do have a little bit of a pick of where you'd like to go. And when you play a character as good as either of these two, you're going to perform well no matter what. It's just, where do you work a little bit better? And as we get started in this game here, Gluto immediately grabbing Mythra, throwing her up to the air, and slapping her once.
Yeah, not wasting any bit of time at all. But here we on small battlefield. This is good. I think you were just alluding to it. Like when you have, especially platforms, but pretty much Gluto will navigate well on all stages. I think at this point, just the entirety of it is, for one, don't up B directly in front of Pyra. Like if Cosmos didn't walk back, that worked. That stopped him from being too close to the ledge. But that was the worst case scenario for Gluto.
I actually talked about this earlier, where Gluto was kind of dropping that game one and started to figure it out. And it looks like after game one, Cosmos is the one who's on top of everything right now, man. He is just absolutely on fire. He's calling out these huge misplays, honestly, from Gluto.
Small thing, I like how Cosmos went high on that recovery before to take minimal damage on that hit. But now Gluto using these up E's actually forced him to go low. And that late hit forward there does true combo the dash attack. He's too far away though, but the back air is still not enough to do it either.
Okay, well, all right, does catch him with that. Not going to be able to throw them into the blast zone, but still just going for that bite anyway. That was a very scary spot for Gluto to put himself into, because, if Cosmos really had that nice awareness right there, and he felt confident enough, he could have done the recovery, like the SD recovery for Pyra, and could have potentially just taken Gluto out with him. But either way, we are going to see that down air stage spike closing that out. Gluto back on the board here, answering back because he really needed to.
Gluto's been double jumping a lot in that spot in the skies, like a lot. And he's been hit by it so many times from Cosmos. But the thing is that Gluto can afford to take that hit, that single hit fair, compared to dropping down to the stage on an air dodge read and taking like a nair or a down air. So I get why Gluto's getting hit there, but he's going to have to be careful as that continues because he can't afford to get punished later on with a bigger hit, like maybe a Pyra up air.
All right, there we go. We do have the WAP coming out to play, though, and even though Cosmos is starting to just play with a lot of confidence and taking stocks, it's still an even game. It's still a very even game.
Like we said, until you get about 60-ish% on your next stock, you haven't really won the reward of being in lead against Wario because of things like this. You have to get back down to the ground. Nair started, but he's a little bit too far away to go for that back air.
And man, dude, Mythra Nair is just so ridiculous too. But there we go. Okay, the forward tilt not gonna be able to connect here. 77%. Cosmos continues to battle here. And this is exactly what we saw from last game too. I mean, now we just had some platforms, but Cosmos is just not fearful at all. He knows he took some damage here. He knows what's on the ine. He knows that it's still a relatively even game, but he is not backing down in the slightest bit and just really just out frame data-ing Gluto.
He's frame checking him.
He really, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. But also something that is very important here is we've already seen stage counter pick advantage is going to matter a lot.
Yeah.
You need to get this game lead right now because if it does go to game 5, your counter pick to FD was so good and you're now winning on Gluto's counter pick. So it's going to make it so much more frightening for him to pick a correct option at the end. And I really like the way that Cosmos is just not committing too much. He's not overly jumping because that's one of the best ways that Gluto usually takes people out because of things like that fair. And he techs it that time to get back on stage.
That was like an instant tech too, and right back into a ledge trap snare. Now, granted, he wasn't able to do anything with it, but the fact that like that's where he got to that was just incredible. That was just really good awareness and gameplay from Cosmos. But who? Okay. I forgot that Pyra had 2 stocks, and I was just like, well, who lost? I was so confused.
The way it ended, it's like, okay. Like, okay, buddy. But like Cosmos, from like immediately going to challenge that, there's no reason not to challenge that. One of the biggest panic options people will have there is to drop out that platform and swing instantly. That trade works for you if it connects, which it did. Now Cosmos moves himself up 2-1. Now I'm not trying to call this early, but just think about this. If Gluto were to go down here, that would put MK Leo, Tweak, and Glutonny all into loser's side of top 32 at the start of top 32, which means that guarantees at least one of them would not make it to top 8.
Listen, the loser side of top 32 here is already ridiculous.
Actually a mosh pit. And it is so aggro down there right now.
And if Gluto goes down there too, why is top 8 and losers top 32?
Why are all the top qualifiers
Why
down
is
here?
top 4 and losers top 32?
And normally I would have expected, after bringing that up, for Gluto to just like go crazy, and then we see what looks like a free push to game number 5.
Yeah.
He's now doing, all right, so now at least he's showing some signs of life. He got 61.
Yes.
But he took 127, basically unchecked to start this game.
And now we got the Pyra coming out here, and this is where Cosmos has been doing really, really well with this too. Good. That was actually fantastic. Knowing the air dodge was going to come out, getting a nice little punish on that too. And the thing is like, Wario forward tilt is a little bit of a slower startup, but that thing cracks, man. That tells people like, hey, listen, I know where you're going, but also, wow, what a stock there.
Amazing job from Gluto, just taking advantage of where Pyra's weak, just going out there and taking that trade. And most of it is kind of like recognizing Cosmos was a little bit scared, but dash cancel out tilt refuses to let him get a big lead and gets it right back to even.
And I like that, just getting that bike out of there, not wanting to deal with any sort of item gameplay as well, right after taking that stock. But Gluto back on the offensive. The up air is coming out to play. We saw that first little spark there too. He's going to be a glowing little boy very, very soon, looking all radioactive and whatnot. Okay, another up throw. Back air going to be pushing him right off stage. That's huge. That's a stock too. Wow, that was a crazy stock.
That is amazing job right there again from Gluto. These edge guards have been so on point. Looking like that statement might not matter as much if he can force a game 5. Cosmos does have counter pick advantage, so he can get himself away from small battlefield, but he did win last time here, so it's not like it's undoable as he chases him, and that being Mythra, not going to be enough yet, but that will eventually sneak one out off the top.
All right, there we go. I mean, it's still very much capable for Cosmos to try and find a way to turn this around, 118, but this is where things get scary, man. Because he's glowing, right? That is a yellow boy right now.
He found the Mexican restaurant down the street and got a bunch of burritos like the rest of us, and he is suffering. And right now, he's going to use that to cause Cosmos pain as he is currently looking to steal this stock away early. But Cosmos going for the jab. He gets a forward throw. You're not going to die to that, but that gives him ledge trap again.
All right, now what's the play here? Okay, definitely looking for that down air spike. Not going to be able to find that, but this could potentially be a stock. No, not going to pull the trigger quite yet, but still 53% and rage, like 100%. He just needs that one opening.
Oh, I thought he was going to go for the jab block. That could have ended it right there, but that still comes through. He's a hefty boy, not going to go down to that just yet.
Trying to find that down air once again. That is not going to be the stock, but still putting him off stage, 71%. This is getting so terrifying. Jumps right into that beautiful DI to be able to stay alive. But man, like, what else do you have to do? 76% is coming down to a last stock situation. We know what Cosmos is like in advantage state. But again, Gluto needs one hit to get this open.
Exactly. Gluto is not that far off of moving this to a game number 5, trying to keep himself in this winner's side of bracket. But Cosmos has the ability to also cheat the system as well. He has Pyra on the other side of that. He has Mythra's Grave Data. He has the combo started, but only gets 19. But Protectus gets the read on the neutral get up as well.
The rapid jab putting him way off to the stage here, continues to bully him around, and now Pyra coming out to play, man. This is a terrible spot to be in. Honestly, either player with the next opening could try to find a way to close this out. Pyra's coming out here trying to catch Gluto recovering high. Doesn't catch him through the platform. The back air falling down. The down tilt into the dash attack. Gluto's got the stage control, but can he keep Cosmos to the edge? And he can't. Beautiful DI to stay alive.
It's not enough yet, but got it. Going down to the bottom of the stage, looking to avoid that down there. He got some on the dash attack, and Gluto still not enough.
He's living.
Holding on just a little bit longer.
Oh my God, dude, this is so terrifying because you just give Pyra more and more power as this goes on. I mean, I know 82%, like that's not a lot, but that doesn't matter for Pyra, man. Dude.
You cannot afford to be taking short hop shield trades like this. His double jump's gone, but he gets underneath it. The trade-off comes in. He has to go down to the bottom, but no, he sniped the jump in the trade, and Gluto keeps himself in the match. And what was one of these scariest situations, and now we get a game 5 that was in every way, shape, or form. If your palms are not sweating right now, I don't think you're human. There's no way that you can't be stressed after a match like that. That was insane.
My palm's sweaty. I'm watching the game, man.
I am freaking out. I am literally going through an existential crisis right now to the point where I can't even get that word out. I am losing it. I have no idea how Gluto was able to find that, because Cosmos, he was just winning out on air to airs. He was winning out on short pop trades. He knew that Gluto wanted to go after him in the air, and he would feed him out every time, and he kept double jumping in the same spot like we said in the earlier games.
It's one of those situations where you're fighting against one of the best players in the world, right? And you know that you got it. Like, you literally got it right on the cusp of a victory, a huge set win, and you just push it a little too far because you want to close it out so bad. It ends up costing you. It's one small misplay. Hopefully Cosmos doesn't let that get to him, right? Because, I mean, we're in a pretty neutral stage here between these two. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of Kalos, which is crazy.
This is what I was expecting. So, like, remember earlier when I was saying that the FD was not going to get allowed again? Most likely the only flat stage Cosmos is going to have access to is Kalos, which was what we got. However, Gluto's activated active camo. He's now decided to go to the blue and pink, which matches perfectly with the stage. And we'll see if that matters at all, but Gluto...
The Miami Vice Wario?
Actually, though, so I'm going to get him shades right now.
But either way, though, we're going to see Cosmos continuing to put the pressure down 90%. And we do see Pyra come out here. Okay, going to get that rapid jab, right, with the bike kind of extending some of those hurt boxes a little bit, too. But either way, what's he going to do here? Okay, he's just going to toss it off the side. I wonder if he was going to try and toss it up, just try to dissuade Gluto from going, recovering high. Not that he normally would without the bike anyway, but, you know.
I think the biggest thing is that he's gotten Gluto recovering so many times. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
These up Bs off the stage to beat out that recovery have been so good throughout the whole set. He uses it on hitboxless recoveries usually, but the fact that he's out there to challenge that so quickly he's just been so on point with it.
Okay. There you go. Yep, Gluto's definitely taking his time here. He knows that he's at a higher percentage. Pyra's now out to play, and he's just not trying to push anything more than he really needs to. He's just going to wait for Cosmos to make a mistake or two. You know, 60% still some really good extra credit.
Yeah, exactly. Got the damage on Skip, and we saw in that previous game that Cosmos could get right back into it. But the platforms were actually benefiting Cosmos a little bit more. They were Gluto for a bit there, and Cosmos trying to catch him slipping, but he goes and uses the early charge.
I believe that was half watt, but man, you do not want to waste that because now, not only do you not get the reward for it, right? But now you got to wait a whole lot of extra time here to even just get the half watt back again. Never mind the full watt.
I will say though, by the time it comes back, it will probably be during last stock, last hit situation.
It'll probably be, and a full watt too, yeah.
That is still available. And he just swallowed the bike, so that's going to give him a few extra seconds to add towards that timer. But he catches him on the down air. He already used his jump. He has to air dodge in. He has to go for side B. That's a free punish. He has to go for it again.
What attack!
And that platform being up there actually helped him a bunch to get away from that, like, continued punish.
Yeah, but unfortunately, still air dodging right to that Wario back air and getting hit with it a second time, man. That noggin, so huge.
And now Gluto is playing big brain. He gets in there, gets the fall down, gets a lot of damage going, but the side, he sees through you.
DLC!
The dodge.
Why?
Cosmos Curly is the, all right. Chat, you already know what time it is. Is he a closer or is he a choker? Can he find a way to get back in? Gluto not really giving him a lot of time and effort to do so.
Listen, I have heard this statement once before that Cosmos is both the best player and the worst player in the room at any given time. But listen, when he's the best player in the room, he definitely does it. We'll see if he's got that in him right now. But that dog is non-existent.
Exactly what you needed to stop Cosmos. Get him off stage, stop that recovery, soft hit fair, finally shuts it down. And I agree. We've said this a few times. Cosmos is like the best player in the room for 15 seconds at a time, and then it kind of disappears sometimes. But Cosmos is so smart. He had a lot of great decisions to bring him all the way to that game 5. Look, Gluto executing so well on those up Bs off stage in particular, and, like, which pretty much what led to all of these offstage punishes right here. He was able to get his way back on, but only for so much longer.
Man, these back airs were just absolutely huge too, man. I mean, Wario's got a big head, but man, Gluto just definitely makes it work for him. But
yeah,
can you imagine a world where it's Cosmos at the absolute peak, like, all the time? This would be a much different meta for Smash Bros. Let me tell you, that guy's talented, man. Hopefully, he doesn't take that loss bad, because it's not like Gluto's a bad loss anyway.
No,
but Cosmos, he's gonna make a tear and lose his top